It's Drew's News celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are all thrilled to celebrate it with our next guest. She's a Latina makeup artist turned CEO. Her incredible success comes from this one tiny but mighty invention. We actually talked about her with Cristela Alonso on the show. This is the Beauty Blender, if you didn't already know, and it's revolutionized the beauty industry and become a multi-million-dollar brand with over 50 million sold. So instead of just talking about her, we get to talk to her. Here she is. It's Rea Ann Silva.
Hi, Drew.
Rea Ann.
How are you?
I mean, we were talking about you on this show, and now we actually get to talk to you. That's so exciting. I mean, I work in the beauty world, as I have for basically like the last 15 years. I started with CoverGirl as a co-creative director, and then I started a brand called Flower Beauty about a decade ago. I don't think there's much to turn to like the Beauty Blender that is such an outlier in importance. How did you come up with this?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, thank you so much for that. It's such an honor to be here with you, Drew. I'm such a fan, and I love Flower Beauty, by the way. Yeah, so basically I'm a makeup artist, right? I worked in film and television for over 30 years, and I got this job. I was department heading this experimental show called Girlfriends. And I say experimental because it was the first show being shot and broadcast in high definition. And so makeups looked different, and we needed to find a way to have these four girls, these beautiful four girls on Girlfriends look natural and not look like they were wearing a lot of makeup. So they hired me. Long story short, I was an airbrusher, a beauty airbrusher, and but that's not very practical to be on set with an airbrusher. So Beauty Blender was the invention that I came up with that allowed me to make really beautiful natural makeups, but still do makeup and still, you know, be corrective and do all the things that makeup does. And basically that's how it happened. And I never thought it would be this like huge global brand. I never thought that I would be selling to consumers. I thought that other makeup artists would be the only ones that really could appreciate this tool. But, you know, here I stand on the Drew Barrymore Show right now talking to you about Beauty Blender. So.
First of all, you also, I believe, you saw this as because when you work in beauty, you get a lot of lab samples, and you'll fall in love with the thing, and they're like, oh, no, you can't have that. Or that's stock, or, you know, the packaging and the coloring. They're like, no, that's a rendering. You saw this from the lab, and this was the color, right? And you were like, that's it? Is that true?
Oh my God, yeah. So you're right. So they send you all these samples, right, of what you're trying to make.
Yes, you get tons of samples.
And every time you get a sample, they say, don't look at this, don't look at that, look at this, look at that. So when I got this one box, and it had been like a couple years, like I was really perfecting it because this material is unlike anything else. And so we were really perfecting the material. So when I got this box, they were like, don't look at the color, just look at the material, because this material, we think we nailed it, this is it. So I opened the box up and I saw this note saying, don't look at the color. So of course I was like totally curious. I had no idea what it was gonna be. And it was like all of this pink right here. And I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect color, because I'm revolutionizing this tool that I think everybody needs to have. And I need people to see it from across the room. So when I went back to them and I said, oh, I love the sample. The material was amazing. It was perfect. And they said, what about the color? I was like, I love the color. And they were like, you can't do that color. I was like, yes, I can.
And your chair is made of beauty blenders, I believe.
It's our Beauty Blender throne. Oh my God, Drew, this is a funny story. So I did a competition in these stores that sell Beauty Blender, and whoever sold the most Beauty Blenders would get this Beauty Blender throne. And so there were two people that won, and we made these two chairs and we sent it to them, and they sent the chairs back because they couldn't fit in their apartments. It was in New York City and they couldn't fit them in. So I said, send them to me. So they're in my office now.
Well, I just have the urge to motorboat it and get my face right in the Beauty Blenders. And I am telling you, you have truly made your mark in the world, and you are such an inspiration. And I know that working on, you know, black skin tones and brown skin tones, and as a Latina, you have really brought to the forefront your inclusivity and your mission, as well as becoming this pioneer and CEO that everybody can innovate their beauty routine with. And so we celebrate you here on this show.